Today I'm going to go over the 5 kinds of things that are worth tracking. So I came up with this video idea after I created a graph for a specific video. The video in question was query basics, and I built out this full graph, and I thought I modeled it quite well. So I was basically asking what was happening at a particular warehouse, and all I really got back after I queried was just a list of warehouses. So my graph knew what existed and what kind of thing everything was, but it couldn't answer it with a query, with a basic query. And essentially it was the model that was the thing that was broken, not the query. It's a thing. All you have to do is ask yourself, can you hold it or point at it? So perhaps a book, a recipe, a plant, a tool. And then, so our next one is place. This one could be a little bit, and then some examples could be room, city, warehouse. And then next on the list we have agent. Some examples of agents would be a person, company, pet. Okay, so here comes a bit more of an ambiguous one, which is effort is something that has a state that changes and an end you're aiming at. Examples of effort would be stuff like project, goal, habit, job, application, and then event is our last one. So event, something that happened at a time. Examples of events can be meeting, workout, trip, purchase. The Logseq journal in its own right, it makes you feel like you've recorded actual events when in fact you may have only just recorded prose. You're just writing haphazardly. Right, 0930, went to the dentist, which reminds me I should book an appointment for the dentist. And you might write that on a journal page, and it makes you feel as though you've captured something, but in reality, it's just untyped text. It's very much unqueryable. But the problem is, this is just a basic example. When you think about how many thousands of words you would write and potentially thousands of pages, when you think about every single day generates a journal page, I mean, that's 360. So you expand this out over years, you are literally going to have thousands of pages. All right, so let's build out some real examples and we'll see how it all works. And then let me see if I can log 3 activities in the northern warehouse, and we'll see how that comes out. So we'll just say like activity 1 at North Warehouse, activity 2 at North Warehouse, activity 3 at North Warehouse. Okay, and then we can just run a query. The activity tag, so if we go tag and then activity, location is North Warehouse. So yeah, I'm even seeing that there's going to be problems with this one, because why would you write the name of the page here? So I mean, it might just be better to use, we can then filter by the location. We could see what's happening at any location at any given time. So you could have, let's just say that we can have north, south, east warehouse, and also a west warehouse. And these are all in sector 7. So as soon as we attach the place tag, then we will put sector 7. And just out of curiosity, after I've done this, oh, that's going to be tricky, actually. So that would actually cause problems, right? Labeling the north, south, east, west warehouses in sector 6 now, because we've already used this namespace for the sector 7 one, warehouse. Okay, and then we attach the activity tag. We put the date. The date's going to be today, unless we do it in the future. And so this is, causing a bit of overlap as well, right? So yeah, it's a bit trickier than we thought. So it's located in North Warehouse, but sector 6. It's kind of like we need to drill these down a bit more. We think about this in a hierarchy fashion, right? And how could we drill those down further? So if we think about, like, if we just think about it off the top of our head now, so we've got like country as this is a place. These are all places, but how do we differentiate these? So you might have, within a country, you might have states, streets. Within those, you have houses, apartments, whatever. Like, we'll just leave it at houses and apartments, right? But this is the chain that we have to navigate. So how on earth are we going to model this in a way that's going to make sense? Because like this might be the chain in, so so even this would be a bit tricky, because I'm thinking like whether we use the located in or location. And can we, so I mean located in and location are exactly the same thing, because we define them with place. However, we would need to differentiate at the different levels. So once we get to the specific address, once we get down to this point, we would need a way to differentiate between sectors and warehouses. But the main point is that we need something different. No, do we want to create a page or a tag? I'm going to have to think about this and come back to it. Okay, so I just went away and gave it some thought, and I think we have a couple of different options here. So one is because we're duplicating stuff here, we're duplicating this place tag, right? So we have one option. We could name each individually. That would look like North Warehouse Sector 7 or North Warehouse S7, something like that, which would work, but it requires a lot of effort each time. So I think it's better if we change it to include properties, because I was thinking about the tag extends feature and when it is actually used. And there's an easy way to think of it if it's is in. So if something is in something else, you don't use extends. You only use extends if it is a specific type of a thing. Hashtag vehicle, right? And hashtag car actually extends vehicle because it's a specific type of vehicle. And then we would do hashtag Nissan is a specific type of car. Requires you to use the extends feature because each one of these is a specific type of something. But if something is simply just inside something else, you don't extend. So because each warehouse is just inside of the sector, it's not a specific type of sector, then we can just use properties instead of trying to, have this complex extends functionality. We would create a tag for warehouse, and then the warehouse tag extends. Okay, so warehouse extends place, right? We can just tag it with warehouse. And then we say located in, say, the north warehouse of the... Oh, sorry, no, I had it the wrong way around. So it would be sector 7, and then position would be north. But this is an easy solution, and that means that we don't have this duplication of having two location properties. We have a located in, and then we have a position within that location. So, I mean, that's the solution here. And the more you're going to need to consider, like, what properties will be shared with certain tags and what extends what. But as long as you can remember, if it is in something, you don't extend. You never extend in these circumstances. You only extend when something is a specific type of something else. So these are not specific versions of something. I hope that helped you get your head around the 5 things. See you in the next one.